I could absolutely see that.
A little big body guard, strong guy, can shoot, can finish, athletic, but has a really tight handle to be able to create for himself.
Dembele for three. He does it again.
Speeding them up defensively, trying to get out in transition. They've got to find something that's going to work for them. They've got to find a rhythm offensively because they've struggled so far here in this second half.
Trying to find a way to penetrate like they did in the first half. Dembele, a big reason why they were able to do that. Jones with 8 on the shot clock. Turns around, passes up a pass to Brown. Dembele tries a tray. He gets it to fall. Guarding out of the point. Fleming switches on to Petkovsky, who dishes to the corner. And a ball dribbled off the foot of Turnka, turned over. 3-on-2 the other way. Green bounces for Howie Fleming. He stops his momentum, and the Rebels got to try to get something. Here's a three-pointer. Here's a make. That big.
But wasn't the guy. Jordan Pope was. He is now the #1 line item on the scouting report for UCLA. And you're talking about Big Ten basketball. Like, they're not just going to let you waltz into their place on the road and get your, 14 to 20 points.
No, the opponent won't and the crowd won't.
Well, and so that's why I was saying earlier about that short roll game. It opens up a lot more than you just posting up.
Dembele hits a three.
Freeman is gone. You have to take advantage while he's over there getting a blow. And Utah did a wonderful job of reversing the ball, allowing Lovering to slip right to the rim. Ladji Dembele for three.
Switch the shit. Izzy will try. Near the Iowa bench, in and out.
There you go. That's your job.
Iowa State has missed on its last 4 from the field. Dembele gets a look up top.
How about that?
Fifth made three.
But no, it's also a leadership role. A guy who's been around, the leadership he brings. You love to get that in there. As Iowa will take it back. Dembele with it on the wing. And Dembele pulls up from 3. Money, you love to see that.
Guard these Iowa players. Right there, Kylan Boswell doing a great job of staying tight with Peyton Sanford. They do Traore to Dembele on the baseline. Rattles the first bucket home for the Hawks.
To size up that shot, that was a long ways away and a long time to count on it.
A bad decision by Drew Thelwell. What looks like it's going to be 2 points ends up going the other way for 3. Michigan State taking advantage.
Dembele inside, fading away, over Kohler for 2.
Games.
Lost the first 3 without the combination of those 2, Barnheiser and Leach. And 35 seconds away from 3 straight wins without those 2. Dembele turnaround, drains it. And Iowa will put the pressure on.
Now you're looking for your shooters, especially coming off a game against Rutgers where you made a season-high 13 threes.
Middle on the bench right now, so it's Cook and Evans up front for Oregon. Tough jumper in the paint is true.
Bryce Sanford short. And it's Harden that comes away with it.
Anthony Leo, number 3, man in that battle, but couldn't quite come up with it.
Redding needs some help.
To make that.
Dembele, 18 feet, good call.
Turn around for Tanjay, short. Sanford is there.
I was so aware of Tanjay wanting to drive right, and anytime he drives the baseline, they're going to come over and trap the baseline to make him give it up.
They've held Tanjay to 3 points to start. Dembele steps out and hits.
Tough shot goes. Giancarlo Bastianoni, second game for New Hampshire.
They need a big game out of him. 14-12 in his first game of the season. He's been injured, but he can score at all 3 levels and guard all 4 positions. So he's got to have 20 points in this game if they want to hang around.
Fall away jumper, that's good. Dembele. Rebound comes out. And Dembele back on for Iowa.
And when you're ranked this high, you know you get the best shot possible.
Every night.
Yep.
Dembele.
Nice look. And nobody guarding him. Real
Keep shooting the basketball. That's a pretty good look for the All-American.
Watts' 3, an air ball caught by Freeman. Harding starts it up the floor. Weaving, bobbing, stopping. Freeman hesitates. Now Iowa going inside to Dembele. Dives on the back iron and drops.
Harding off the window, no. The tip won't go. Gary trying to grab it, but it's ripped away by Bryce Sanford.
And Nebraska trying some different things on this end of the floor. They've tried switching. They're doing some things they haven't done a lot this year to try to disjoint Iowa's rhythm. They hear Buchengel on Josh Dix. They'll just clear it out and let him go to work.
There he goes. Dix with Gary then showing up to help. But then the open man is Dembele inside. And Dembele staying with it for two.
Aware of the shot clock. Another defensive possession and a defensive stop for Iowa.
Can they turn it into offense here with Dembele starting it up to Traore? Back it goes to Dembele with the reverse going right to left for two.
Got in tight again. Can't let Osibor just step through a double team. Oh, good touch from Thelwell for Dembele.
Going to give up the skip pass to the guy that's shooting sub 30%.
Now this crowd has been entertained to some outstanding basketball. And that adds to it. Dembele showing.
Trying to navigate those early game starts, and I'll tell you, we're in a new world in college basketball, that's for sure.
Dembele running the floor.
Have the same kind of base offense, but you got to figure out who's the shooter now, or who's going to be that hustle guy, and you got to find your roles and know your roles, but then buy into your roles. And so I think that's the biggest part of it, but that takes time. And so if you can continue to win games that you're supposed to win, and maybe steal a couple as you move through non-conference.
Obviously, but golden opportunities ahead, and I think Peyton Sanford's going to carry this team, and they're going to win a lot of games, but they're going to be those 4 or 5 at home, those ranked teams that you got to knock off.
Again tonight, if you joined us late, Owen Freeman not playing today, tweaked his ankle in practice a couple of days. When you think about it in the wintertime, though, when you're like a Penn State or Rutgers, and then you have a trip to go play USC and UCLA over the span of 5 days, it's kind of a nice little vacation out to the West Coast in February.
It really is. I mean, you're going to pack for a week, and you go out there and see.
And that's a shot clock violation. I guess not. He got the shot away, and it did draw a rim. Thelwell snakes it inside to Dembele. He's got 5 in a row. How about that?
Josh Dix, double figures in all but 5 games this year for the Hawkeyes.
Certainly up this level, and they're going to need Josh Dix and Peyton Sanford to really bring it. And I've said that every game that I've done of Iowa since the Owen Freeman injury. But if those guys aren't really good today, it's going to be tough to beat a team like Illinois.
Iowa's got to regroup because an Oregon team that needs wins comes to town Wednesday.
And then it'll be Washington after that, so a couple of teams from out west going to Iowa City. Reese fading. Queen flies in. He has his 9th double-double.
These guys that really love the game, like Braden Smith, they're struggling in an area. They will get to work.
Kaufman Wren has 18 points. Been at least 20 in 3 of the last 4. He'll stay at 8.
Fleming has it turned away. Petkowski down the other side, swatted by Dembele. Fleming able to grab it, but he has it ripped away.
To go to Las Vegas and play in the Crown, the new basketball tournament coming up later in the month on Fox. As Sejan on the drive, that shot won't go. It was tipped inside.
The adjustments on how Nick Martinelli is defended. Traore and Dembele weren't looking for the ball, so Northwestern has a break, and Dembele swats it, and that's clean.
Got off to a slow start both sides in terms of their ability to make shots. Maybe this last 2 possessions here will get them going.
GA, it's contagious. Quaid, good closeout.
Dix, the step back 3.
Good block out there. Well done by Lathan Somerville.
Games into the front court. Rutgers down by 2. And Dembele rolls over and gets the timeout. He rolls
fast.
Yeah.
Freeman trying to find Dembele. Gets a little tangle up. No foul called. It's a 4-on-4. And Dix gets it. A good defensive play and a great hustle effort there from Ladji.
To get that miss.
Fletcher Lawyer, pull up, blocked by Sanford. Got it back, fouled to shoot. Here comes Harding.
He has been a builder of programs, especially the last 6 years at Texas A&M. And now trying to take this proud Maryland program to what they hope will be back towards the upper echelon of the sport. Trying to build off what they did last year with that Sweet 16 run. A couple of nifty spins on the low box.
That offensive put back there to get the basket.
All tied up at 10 in really early stages. UNLV 52-15 all time in season opening games. They've won 16 out of their last 20 and 44-54 all time here at the Thomas and Mack Center. Skyhawks swinging it around the outside. Three-point try from Petkovsky off the mark. Sends it over to Connor Dick. Dick hands off to Owino. One-on-one with Jones, who strips it. Tyron Jones turning defense into offense. Here's Cunningham. Slowing things up. The defense there to stop possession by Tyler Isaac. Dembele skips for Williamson. Up and around on the line.
Where he can be effective, where to pick his spots, I think that his effort on the offensive glass can earn him minutes, and shooting the ball with his jumper with confidence.
Price Sanford going right by on 4. Sanford finds the open man. It's Thelwell for 3. Rebound Dembele and a second chance for Iowa. Sanford at the top hits the triple.
A positive for him the last 4:40 of this game.
The ball in the hands of Harding, chasing 10 for Iowa. And Martinelli gets to 10 points, trying to get out against this Iowa defense tonight.
Harding's got to go get it back.
Dix, open look, go.
Now, the way USC has shot the ball and the way they've rebounded, this game has been played on their terms.
Can Iowa shoot its way back into this game? They've gotten the three-point shot going a little in the second half with Dix and Sanford finding the stroke. Thelwell. Now here's Peyton Sanford, and he hits again.
Defensive installs, right? You can't put as much in when you got new guys every year.
Yeah, both of these teams, this is an interesting game, right? You think you have a dunk or a layup, somebody blocks it, and you're running to the other end. So can you believe in this three-point era, shot clock era, can you believe how fast-paced these games?
Freeman and Brock going back home to get some love. That's going to be an exciting night.
Should be an exciting night. Owen Freeman for me on the arc. He gets one. And
Horn, 5 seconds to shoot. He pulls up, in and out, and Dembele with a rebound on the stick back. Sanford, fade away, in and out, and the putback for Dembele. Experience-wise, senior on a freshman. He goes to work. Dembele, strong board, and puts it back in. That's what he...
Rebounding, that's where they were the top rebounding team in the country, and then they really have changed their tune the last few.
What a rebound there.
There's Dembele.
Everybody, it seems like in the world, it's just going around.
Dembele blocked. But Geronimo tried to jump again, but that time Dembele puts it.
An open Peyton Sanford. Dembele's got the board and the chance at a three-point play. Yeah, we lost 4 in a row. Now, the difference was UCLA had 3 quadruple one wins. They're going to, have more opportunities to add to that.
Here's Sanford, swings into the corner to Cooper Koch. Rolls all the way around. Dembele with the follow. It won't go. Got his own back and put it in. At a time.
Horn, 5 seconds to shoot. He pulls up, in and out, and Dembele with a rebound on the stick back. Sanford, fade away, in and out, and the putback for Dembele. Experience-wise, senior on a freshman. He goes to work. Dembele, strong board, and puts it back in. That's what he...
The rebounding, that's where they were the top rebounding team in the country, and then they really have changed their tune the last few.
What a rebound there.
There's Dembele.
I think that's everybody, it seems like in the world, it's just going around.
Dembele blocked. But Geronimo tried to jump again, but that time Dembele puts it.
Couple of threes. An open Peyton Sanford. Dembele's got the board and the chance at a three-point play. Hours ago. Yeah, we lost 4 in a row. Now, the difference was UCLA had 3 quadruple one wins. They're going to, have more opportunities to add to that.
Here's Sanford, swings into the corner to Cooper Koch. Rolls all the way around. Dembele with the follow. It won't go. Got his own back and put it in.